What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here. In this video today, we're talking about weak links, or am I just weak? And I'm making this video first off because I got a great new series coming up on the channel concerning weak links. So if you're on the bench press, the squat, or deadlift, you usually have a fail point, or where it gets hard, a sticking point, if you will, like on the bench bottom, maybe the midpoint, maybe a lockout. How to fix those. But before I make those videos and I post these on the channel, I want to talk about weak links, or am I just weak? And I noticed this looking back at my old videos from 5 years ago when I first started making videos on YouTube, and I noticed a couple different things. Look at them. First off, why did I have short hair? Second of all, why was my shirt so goddamn tight? And lastly, my mobility at the time was really, really good. Interesting enough, I was a trainer, I was on my feet all the time, I was more mobile. And you would think from that my technique therefore would be better. I'm like, man, I could get in a squat position, my deadlift would be no problem pulling from that start. The bench press, same idea, my shoulders looked mobile based on the videos. But you know what? My technique wasn't on point. And the reason why was simply time, practice, time under the bar, greasing the groove. You can work on as much mobility as you want, but if you don't have ingrained that motor pattern over time, no amount of weak link work, like working on your triceps, it's going to help you out. You just got to do the movement. As I said before, you know, 225 pounds. Me not being able to bench it at the time, was that as a result of my triceps being weak, or was I just weak? So before we look at a culprit, we're just trying to analyze the whole. By and large, a lot of these issues we have, like on the squat, oh man, my hips are rising up because maybe my quads aren't too strong. Same idea on the bench, like the lockout, I'm having problems with that. Oh, that's my triceps. A lot of times, doing the actual movement will improve the movement itself the most. I know that sounds very, very, very obvious, but it's the truth, right? A lot of mistakes, like I looked at the old videos and I saw like my knees were caving in on the deadlift, like my hips were shooting up, or the lockout was harder. I never really did specific work for a lot of my squats and my deadlifts, but over time, working on that technique, being conscious of what I needed to improve, and working on form is what yielded the results. Training between 70 to 80% of my 1 rep max in order to build good quality volume and form. If you exceed 80% too often, let's say you keep going for 90% for singles all damn day, and you don't have good technique, it's actually going to deteriorate over time. And that actually happened with my deadlift. So building that good volume, wiring in that pattern, greasing the groove, that's most important. So a lot of times we might think, oh man, I got weak links, and that's true, right? We all use stronger triceps, but we're also just weak overall. It's time. The amount of time that we spend doing these movements. And that's another thing I also want to say, moving forward with this stuff, now that I'm doing Olympic weightlifting, I understand the importance of technique, but applying it to yourself also takes time. My honest and best advice I could say for everyone, you know, if you're not like benching 1.5 times body weight, squatting at least 2 times body weight, and deadlifting like 2.5 times body weight, we just need to get stronger overall. You can incorporate specific movements, like let's say your hamstrings are weaker, the Romanian deadlift, absolutely into your movement, but focusing on just building that primary movement is most important. And my best advice I can offer right now concerning the question, do I have weak links or am I just weak, is the following. If you continue to progress in a movement, so on the squat, you get stronger and stronger and stronger, like after a year you add 100 pounds, that's amazing, man. But if that issue still exists or it gets worse, that's a weak link for sure. But if you notice, like myself, when it came to the bench press, the triceps, like a week on the lockout, if just benching more over time, maybe doing a little bit more tricep work assisted you and you didn't really need to focus on it for a lengthy period of time, that's something that wasn't really important. If your technique gets worse as you're getting stronger, that's definitely a need or an area that you have to improve upon. However, if things like, let's say your knees caving in, your hips rising, you fix that over time without really focusing on it, you're just working on technique from squatting more, your quads get stronger, that's fine. Guys, that's really what I wanted to say. Looking back at those videos, they actually were hilarious. Just a quick video I want to give you guys, also because I'm prepping to have this series. It's going to be really in-depth, very cool on the channel concerning weak links. So just ask yourself that question. You know, do you have weak links, or are we just weak? Can we not just get stronger? Should we just focus instead on squatting more and becoming better with that movement? Guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!